Okay, Mike, we are back. Let's go ahead, just jump right into this. So, Mario plus Rabbids, a very good take on the Mario universe, taking those characters, putting them in a different gameplay mechanic setting. What are some other good examples of that to you? And I think we should try to rank the top 5.
Right. To be clear, by Mario spinoff, we're kind of mean like, it's basically like Mario games that aren't platformers. Like we're not talking about like Donkey Kong Country or Yoshi's Island.
That's
stuff
right.
Like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're kind of talking about before, but the one I kind of think of first is Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. And we've had a bunch of Mario RPG games since then. Some have been very good, like Mario and Luigi 1. I liked Paper Mario 1000 Year Door for the GameCube. But the first one still kind of holds the dearest place in my heart.
I agree. Actually, I would I put Super Mario RPG way up there. It's I think it's the game that sort of proved that these characters were iconic and had appeal no matter what you were doing with them. It was fun to spend time with them, and they really they shone bright when you put them up against other characters for them to play off against. Mallow was great. Gino, we mentioned him a couple times now.
Yeah, this was one of the first like Mario games that kind of drew out that universe a bit more, right? Like we actually kind of like got to go to like a Mushroom Kingdom. Like we had to go to like the castle in the town. We got to see like just I don't know, just like a little bit of how that place would work.
Yeah, and there was like secret entrances and
right, like
things you could do.
Yeah,
made the world feel alive, and it made it feel like a real place, even though it had this very isometric sort of play doll style and visual effects. It still felt very living and breathing.
And it started that whole kind of like rhythmic like defense and like extra attack thing in the Mario RPGs that are standard in this series, and a lot of other games have used too now.
Right, and I think that's one of the things that helped me bridge the gap to get into any RPG. I mean, I haven't had a ton of success enjoying other RPGs since then, but here and there. But this is definitely, I think, but for me, it was like, okay, having this thing to do in the middle of the battle where I can like time stuff and feel like I'm participating, I really enjoyed that. And but it was like just the story. I don't know. It was very entertaining. I remember like finding it very memorable, like the wedding and getting Bowser on your side and stuff like that.
So many, it was like one of the first times like there was the uneasy Bowser alliance.
Yeah, so good.
All these kind of memorable moments, going to Star Road and looking for Gino in the woods and fighting Smithy at the end.
And it was like very kind of episodic,
like that Power Ranger, like parody group of villains.
That's where I would always I'd rent the game, and that's where as far as I would get for a very long time until I finally got past it and powered through and realized, you have to beat them in a certain order. Okay, but that took me a while. I love that game, and I would have no problem just saying that's probably number one. And then
did you the rest. Like Paper Mario? The first one was a good game, but like I had a hard time enjoying it the first time because they first advertised that game, or like the working title was Mario RPG 2.
Yeah.
And I was kind of expecting something more like that, or it's like, oh, maybe Gino Mallow will be back, and when they weren't, I just had a hard time accepting it at first.
Same here. I mean, I respect it more now. At the time, I was just like, oh, this is not what I wanted, and I don't even have like a party. I just have like one character with me at a time, and it was just
right. But Paper Mario 2, like I was just way more on board with it, and I was like,
the 1000 Year Door.
Yeah.
I think it was overall that was just a better game as well. But definitely at that point, I was like, okay, the stung. Like I had soothed my sting from like not getting what I wanted, and I'm like, okay, I can have more of this now. I'm okay with that.
Jeff, what about Paper Mario Color Jam and Sticker Star? Yeah, Sticker Star.
Those games go eat shit. I hate those games.
Those games came out. Yeah, they were games.
Color Splash exists. I never touched it. But
it certainly does.
Sticker Star, oh boy. I remember that game came out,
upsetting.
And I reviewed it, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit, right? Like this sucks real bad. And like it came out, and there was a couple other reviews, but I think like Phil Kohler also reviewed it at the same time, and he kind of liked it. And I'm like, no, maybe I'm just insane. Maybe I just don't like it. And then it was like a couple weeks later, and everyone's like, no, this game is straight.
History proves you right.
Straight trash. It's bad.
It was rough.
I was very upset about that.
That whole sub-series seems a little done now.
Yeah, I do also like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga a ton.
Right, but that's another series that's kind of overstayed its welcome.
For sure.
The first one.
Maybe this has helped Super Mario RPG that there hasn't been another one. It's very pristine,
Maybe,
and
yeah.
well kept for sure.
Yeah. So so outside of the RPGs, then how about the sports titles? Is there one of those that sticks out to you as like your absolute favorite? Not counting Mario Kart.
Yeah, I would
Mario Kart's
probably
own
like. There's a bunch of great ones. Mario Tennis is good. I do like Strikers, things like that. But I think if we were to only pick like one sports game, I would probably go Mario Golf, the one for the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
The RPG one.
Yes. Those. So yeah. So it's so weird still how the Game Boy Advance versions of Mario Golf and Tennis are by far the best ones because they had these weird RPG like mechanics where you you could just play it like all the other ones where it's like, oh, just play a match and you're Mario or Donkey Kong. But
these fun courses and stuff. But no, you could like pick a character.
Had these campaigns where you played just like as a human,
mm-hmm.
And you like would go to like some sort of like club, and like it was like an RPG, like it was like a top-down thing. It was like, oh, here's like the place, but if you want to be the real best, maybe someday you'll be as good as Mario. You gotta work your way up to all the different ranks and like the leagues, and you could do training to get better. It was just so cool, like to have this progression system, and with, like still like that good like Mario Golf kind of like AA is the top spin or AA is like super top spin.
It was like a very good core gameplay, and then like just this excellent like RPG adventure wrapped around it. I couldn't get enough of that. I wish they would just go back to that.
Right, because like even the last Mario Golf for 3DS, it was like fun, but it was
good.
It feels like it's missing that whole component, which just made it so much more interesting. Like it's literally I just play golf on it, and I'm like, okay, this is fine, but like
there's nothing wrong with it except for just what it's missing.
Right. Yeah. But Mario Tennis was the same thing too. But I guess I did like the golf a little bit better.
I think we can go probably get golf. Just put it on just above tennis. I would think. I mean, I could take both, but I don't know. Let's see. How about do you have any? Do you have one? I'm like I have maybe one or two more, but.
Well, let me see. I want to hear what you think. Throw something out at me.
I mean, maybe like Mario Picross. I mean, I like the Picross series in general, but I'd probably go like.
You know what I would do over that is Mario Paint. Forget about Picross.
All right, that's fair. Mario Paint is that's definitely deserves to be on there. I never owned it, but I put so much time into it at my friend's house, like during sleepovers. I would play that game all night long. I really like the Music Maker, but just all the hidden stuff. It was Nintendo being Nintendo, like even like way back then. It was so good.
Right. It's just like all the weird things in that game. Like you can make little animations, and you could just fill in colors. There's like the weird mouse mini games with the fly, and the Music Maker was like one of the best things.
Oh yeah, I mean people still use that Music Maker to make music. Like it's migrated online, and there's these websites where you could just go there and use all the same exact sound effects and tools. Just do it on a website, so you don't have to go find your Super Nintendo mouse. But people loved it so much that they're still doing that today. But yeah, like you said, like the hidden fly mini games. It was just such a Nintendo product where they paid so much attention to detail and made sure that you were very engaged with it, and that you like when you notice something, you're like, hey, what's this weird thing? No, there's something there. It's not just like some weird mistake or just random bit of visual data. It was always there's always going to be something extra. I don't know. I love that.
So, did the Mario versus Donkey Kong games ever do anything for you?
No, because I finally remembered Donkey Kong 94, and that's almost a Mario game because I mean you're playing as Mario, but I don't know if we want to open up that door because it feels like it could be.
Maybe because that is really good. But...
It's really good, and I mean you play as Mario. Donkey Kong's just the bad guy, and that's the game. Like so, whenever I think of Mario versus Donkey Kong, and I get those games, I'm like, it's no Donkey Kong 94. Which I mean, I guess people don't know. That's the Game Boy game where the first couple of levels are just standard arcade Donkey Kong, but then once you get past those like 3 or 4 stages, it opens up. It becomes this huge puzzle platforming game that is incredible, and Mario could do like side jumps where he runs and like flips backwards and all kinds of stuff, and it was just the best. I could go play a game right now and play the whole thing in one sitting.
You know what no one remembers? Remember the Mario Pinball game for the Game Boy Advance? Mario Pinball Land?
Man.
There's no one really remembers. Like it gets completely overshadowed by like Metroid Prime Pinball and Kirby Pinball.
Yeah.
It was fine. To be fair, it wasn't as good as those.
Right.
part of the issue there. But yeah, they did make one of those. I guess one of the other big like sub franchises is the Mario Party games, which another thing that they just really drilled into the ground. Like, the first one was really cool, but like they were, and then that series has also gotten worse. Like the last one, like you don't even all move around a game board. Like you're all like you're all like the same board piece, like on a car together. I'm like, what is even going on here anymore?
Yeah, I think they just like give that to the B team or the C team or whatever, and like just pump out the same shit, but change up the rules or whatever. And no one gets the memo that like the first one's just like what it should be a lot of. I don't know. I would say that I would feel really good if it was like Super Mario RPG at number 1, and then we got Mario Golf, and I would probably still pop Superstar Saga on there. And what were the other? And then
I think
Mario
we can
Paint.
put tennis on there too. Let's put tennis at number 4
probably
then.
Tennis. Yeah.
And then at number 5 we can do
Superstar Saga.
No, I thought we had Saga or whatever. Yeah, Saga's on there somewhere. We'll say okay. 1 Mario RPG, 2 Golf, 3 Superstar Saga, 4 Tennis, and then 5 is either Mario Paints or are we counting Donkey Kong? That's kind of the question.
Yeah. I really like Donkey Kong 94. Yeah, me too. I really
Let's get it in there.
It's not the same thing as Donkey Kong Country. It's just not. Like it's Donkey Kong Country.
No, it's so
this whole new thing.
It is much more of a Mario game.
Yeah, and it has the same sort of feel. Like he's got moves he has from Super Mario 64 and stuff. So yeah, okay, that's a really good list. I like that. So you said 1 RPG, 2 was Golf. 3 Superstar Saga, 4 is Tennis, and 5 is Donkey Kong 94.
Let's switch Tennis and Donkey Kong. Let's get Donkey Kong a little higher.
I feel better with that already. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good list right there. That's hot stuff.
There we go. See,
I would go play every single one of those games now and be totally happy with them. I think that's.
I really want to play Donkey Kong now. I haven't played that. Remember, like the big thing with that game was like it was like kind of the Super Game Boy launch game.
Yeah, exactly. And so it had like a bunch of like good color schemes and stuff. Yeah, I do remember that. And it had like the sidebars where like they actually like looked cool instead of just random shitty 4-color scheme or whatever. Yeah, that's a good game. I have played that recently, and I want to go back again.
Apparently, it's on the 3DS Virtual Console.
Yeah, that's where I played it. I did play it.
Good to know then.
Excellent, cool. We'll get that posted up on the site. We just did a feature, Mike. That's
easy writing here.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about.
Well, here's one more question, I guess. Then is would you put Mario and Rabbids on that list? Would you? Would you? I might put it at 5. I might put it above Tennis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I would. I love Tennis. I do. But it's for me. It's a take it or leave it with between that and Golf. And it's like if I have Golf, I don't necessarily need Tennis. I'm glad that it existed. I'm glad that both came out and they had these awesome RPG things. But Mario plus Rabbids is different enough. It's cool enough, and it's really good. I would definitely pop it on there. We did touch on it. How'd you feel about the music in Mario plus Rabbids?
I think this is one thing we kind of diverged on a little bit. I kind of like it when Mario gets oddly orchestral.
Okay, I don't think it's never bad. It's never bad. It was just. It feels very Banjo-Kazooie and like Grunty the Witch is going to pop out. I mean, it's Kirk Hope.
Kazooie from it.
It's Grant Kirk.
It's literally that guy.
It's literally that. I'm like, I was on the stream by myself, like on my own channel on the weekend, and I'm like, this sounds like some Kirk Hope-esque Kirk Hope music. I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. And someone came out in the chat. They're like, and featuring legendary composer Grant Kirkhope, who previously worked on Banjo-Kazooie and stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I could hear his music in there instantly.
Sure.
It's never bad. It just felt.
It's different.
It took a while to get used to. It's not Mario music.
No,
it's not Mario music.
The boss fight music is really cool.
Yes. I think I've only seen the one so far.
Hey, well, at least it's not like New Super Mario Brothers music. At least there's not a bunch of wah-wahs in there.
That's true. God, man.
Can you imagine if every 15 seconds, like, you're playing your turn and it goes, wah-wah, the characters are like,
Speaking of shit being driven into the ground, man, they need to leave that stuff behind.
Do you think they could? Can they make another New Super Mario Brothers?
I mean,
I think they're going to be tempted as hell to make one for the Switch.
They definitely will be, but fuckers, come on! Like, just do like anything. Just do Mario Mania.
At least I'll tell you honestly, like, at least make a new 2D Mario game, but please, like, don't use those 3D sprites. Yeah, but like use pixels again. Have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even in Super Mario Maker, right? Like, you could like You could use either like original Mario 3, Mario World, or New Super Mario Bros. Whoever wanted to use the New Super Mario Bros.?
No one.
Like,
Psychopaths.
You would do it sometimes because that was the only one that had the wall jumps, right?
Right,
So,
yeah, and like the spin jump or whatever, like you could stall and stuff. But it was like that's the only reason to go there. No one likes it. Like literally, just psychopaths. They're like, "This is my favorite," and like, no get away from me.
Even Super
I don't
Mario
trust
Run,
you.
I'm like, oh great, this shit again.
They have
Wah, wah.
just get creative and no more wah-wahs. Wah, wah. All right, Mike. Now I'm depressed thinking about New Super Mario being. They're all a bunch of those are really good games, and I like them all through of it. But I don't want to see it.
Good. I can't tell you anything about them individually anymore. I think the Wii U one had squirrels and the other one didn't.
Yeah, flying squirrels, and then the New Super Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS or whatever it was all about coins, all about gold coins. We're gonna go.
They
gold.
tried something. We gotta do something. It's all about coins. I don't care.
That's the worst one out of all of them.
The first one I think would be pretty rough to go back to.
The first one was never good. It was a B game. It was like
now that's never good too.
Yeah, it was like an 8 out of like 10 at the time, and now it's like straight not good. Yeah. Like they just didn't like the level design on it was garbage. It was so like boring. Like you never like you had to like
just really laying on there.
I know. I never liked that. Like you had to just an example. Like in all Mario games, the ways to to do the best in the levels always exist in the levels, except for maybe sometimes some secret entrances where like you're like, oh, I have the tail, now I can go back and do this stuff. But you could also usually find the tail in those levels. In this one, almost all the time, it's like you had to have the mini mushroom, and you could only find the mini mushroom in very specific places, and then you had to go back and do the secret entrances, and it was never fun or discovery. It was just like, okay, now I finally have this thing I've needed for forever.
The first one got a pretty big pass because it was a big novelty at that time to have a 2D Mario game. Yeah. Then the Wii one was cool because it was 4 players,
and it was good.
The level design was much better.
Oh yeah. And then
it was like, okay, we're really sick of this.
The 3D, the Wii U one was also good, not as good as the Wii one, but still pretty good.
Yeah, it was real good, but it also came out after the 3DS one. It was like, for God's sake. And it was like also kind of touted as the Wii U like big launch title. It was kind of like disappointing to be just playing fucking 2D Mario. I was like, this is exciting, right?
Yep. So beyond the spin-offs, the core Mario games, 3D Mario seems to be perfectly okay, but in a perfectly fine place. Super Mario Maker, I think, did right by that series, but I want to see something new in the 2D, and I want it to be super creative. Nintendo, I know you're listening.
Yeah,
all right. Okay.
Let's
wrap this shit up. Mike, why don't you tell people where they could find you on this here internet?
Well, you can find me at GamesBeat.com.
Now, it says here, nowhere I'm a ghost. On the rundown.
I wrote that last week. Where can you find me? Nowhere I'm a ghost. For some reason, I think ghosts are so funny.
Ghosts are really funny.
Make me laugh. Just like say something about ghosts. You'll get me going. Okay. Yeah, find me there. Also, I do the Exploding Barrel podcast every week with my brother. We just had our 10th year anniversary show last week, so check that one out. That's at ebpodcast.com.
It was nuts to hear you guys like run down like the history and like where everything was when that podcast started.
Yeah, it was like the George W. Bush presidency was going on.
Yeah, holy hell.
The number one movie when our first episode came out in 2007 was Superbad. So, fun times.
Yep, old stuff.
I was 20. I was a kid.
That's really strange. Like to think like you were ever 20, let alone doing that podcast.
Oh, Jeff, I felt like I was 20 up until I turned 30. That's the funny thing about it.
Yep. No, I know. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. Goes. At a certain point, you're just always like 27, and it's like you look at the date and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm Jeff Grubb on Twitter. I sometimes make videos on my YouTube page, youtube.com/Jeffrey Grubb. I'm on GamesBeat. Get me there. Always writing there every day. And yeah, I think that's going to do it. Mike, until next time, why don't we say goodbye to the good folks who have listened to us thus far?
Hey, goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thumbs up.